Yo, what is up, guys? James Carter TV, threading the needle, making this video right as the Thursday night football game begins. But I am here, and I'm here to make my week 7 NFL predictions video. Now, this is a week where if you're one of those conservative pickers, you'll pick the home teams, you'll pick the safe teams, and you'll finish about 9-6, and you'll be happy. But I'm shooting for the moon, alright? I don't go with the safe picks, I go with the ballsy picks, and that's what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to do it for the first game. The Thursday night football game, we have the Jets at the Patriots. Let's not overthink this one. And by the way, it is funny how we can go from hating the Patriots, from discounting the Patriots, to being right back on the Patriots bandwagon. And I told you all to calm down when people were not having faith in the Patriots. These are still the New England Patriots. Have faith in these men. They are now 4-2. But when they were 2-2, the world was coming down. Now they're 4-2, and they're going to be 5-2. And from there, no one will care. Hopefully, by then, we will all be off the Patriots' backs. And we will all understand the fact that, hey, maybe they're not as bad as we initially thought. So, there we go. Patriots, what? It's not going to be as lopsided as people expect, though. I think Patriots 26, Jets 20. But the Patriots will pull this one out. We have the Atlanta Falcons at the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens won last week, and I actually had them being upset, and now I look like a fool for that. I'm always on the Ravens more than anyone is, and yet I didn't even see them doing what they did last week, and now they're going to be 5-2 because they're hosting the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons proved what I already knew, that they're not a very good football team, that they're a 6-10 football team, and now they're going to go to Baltimore. Baltimore has only lost one home game this season, and they're going to lose. The Baltimore Ravens are too physical, and the Falcons are too girly, to be quite honest, in order to beat the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, the Ravens are just too physical on defense. Ravens win 27-16. We have the Minnesota Vikings at the Buffalo Bills. Now, this is a game where the Vikings could go on the road and get the victory, but the Bills, this is their second straight home game. They did not pull in the first home game against the New England Patriots. I think they pulled this one out against the Minnesota Vikings. Teddy Bridgewater did not show me what I wanted to see last week. He showed that when you can get a rush on him, he is not a very good passer at all. He was sacked, 8 times last week? Now you're going up against the Buffalo Bills defensive line with Mario Williams and Kyle Williams and Marcel Darius. So good luck with that. I'm picking the Bills 20-17. We have the Miami Dolphins at the Chicago Bears. The Bears went to Atlanta last week, pulled out the victory, hosting the Miami Dolphins now, and I like that matchup. The Dolphins were close against the Green Bay Packers in Miami. Now they had to go to Chicago. Now Chicago has lost every home game this season. That must come to an end sometime soon, we hope. And I think it will be this week as the Bears start to come back from their poor start. And I think they're going to challenge for a playoff spot. I don't think that they will get a playoff spot, but they will challenge, and they need to win this game, and they will win this game 31-20. We have the New Orleans Saints at the Detroit Lions. The Lions last week beat the Minnesota Vikings on the road. The Lions are playing a brand of football that I don't think any of us expected. They are a defensive football team, and now they host the New Orleans Saints. But remember that the Buffalo Bills went to Detroit and won in Detroit. So winning in Detroit may not be as hard as we think it is. And the Saints are coming off a bye week, and they're as desperate as ever. And yes, the Saints are not good on the road, but the fact that they've had a bye week to re-examine things and think about things, and Calvin Johnson won't play in this game, Reggie Bush He's a question mark. I like the Saints to go on the road, to go to Detroit and win 24-20. We have the Carolina Panthers at the Green Bay Packers. Pretty much no one was giving the Panthers a victory last week, but they ended up tying the Cincinnati Bengals. However, I'm still not picking them to compete against the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers said relax, and relax indeed. His team has won, 3 straight games since then? And all by a good margin, and except for last week, but he brought him back and he made it happen and he proved why he's the best quarterback in the NFL. I'm picking the Packers every week for the rest of the season, except for a couple dates, and I'm gonna have a good record while doing that. Packers 30-23. We have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Indianapolis Colts. The Bengals, to my surprise, tied last week with the Carolina Panthers. Now they go to Indianapolis. Indianapolis has not played in a while. Last time they played was last Thursday on Thursday Night Football. I like the Colts. The Colts, they started off, 0-2. They've won their past 4, and now they're going to win 5. And it's going to be a good win streak for the Colts. I expected them to get 12-4 to get a bye week, and now they are on that trajectory. Actually, I didn't have them getting a bye week, but I had them going 12-4. I had the Patriots and the Broncos getting a bye week. But Colts are still following that projection of 12-4, winning this game 28-17. Upset of the week. We have the Cleveland Browns at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, yes, I am picking the Jacksonville Jaguars to upset the Cleveland Browns. Now, I've been a skeptic of the Cleveland Browns all season. And hell, in my last prediction video, I picked the Steelers to beat the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. And I said that the Browns are going to upset me and they're going to win the game, and they did. But now they're going to Jacksonville. And the Browns had the best win of their franchise for the past 15 years. And because of this, I think they're not going to be able to hold this success. I think this success is going to be new to them. They're not going to be able to know how to handle this. And Jacksonville has been keeping the past couple games close. So they're more competitive lately. So now they're going to be competitive. They're going to play defense. They're going to get after Brian Hoyer. And they're going to win this game 23-17 as Blake Bortles gets his first win of his career. We have the Seattle Seahawks at the St. Louis Rams. And I've been the Debbie Downer on the St. Louis Rams. I'm saying it again, just in case you forgot. The Seattle Seahawks will miss the playoffs in 2014. Guess what? Now they're 3-2 on pace for 9-7 or 10-6, and my prediction is looking pretty damn good right now. So, with that said, I'm picking the Seahawks to go to St. Louis and win the game. Why? Because they lost last week, and they'll be mad, and they're going to use all their energy this week, and they're going to win this week in St. Louis. However, next week they're going to Carolina, and they're going to lose that one. Alright, so let's just remember that when they win this game and Seahawks fans come back to my page and tell me how wrong I was because their team is now 4-2. You will be 4-3 after the Seahawks lose in Carolina next week. They will win this week, 34-20. We have the Tennessee Titans at the Washington Redskins. My Titans, okay? When I'm picking my Tennessee Titans, I am now 5-1 when picking the Tennessee Titans. So obviously, I know what I'm talking about. And I'm saying at this juncture that the Tennessee Titans will lose in Washington bad. I don't think it's going to be very close. Jake Locker is back for this game, and that spells trouble for the Tennessee Titans. And the Washington Redskins, yeah, they're not very good, but hell, they competed against the Seattle Seahawks. They lost by 10. They competed against the Arizona Cardinals. They lost by 10. Now they're at home in Washington, hosting the Titans, desperate for a win. Jay Gruden's job is even being questioned. This is a time to win the game. They will win this game in Washington, D.C., 27-17. We have the Kansas City Chiefs at the San Diego Chargers. This game worries the hell out of me. Okay, because the Chiefs just had a bye week. They're going to San Diego. San Diego proved last week that they can fall asleep. Now, hosting the Kansas City Chiefs, will the Chargers really be 6-1? I'm going to pick it, but man, this is a game that could really hurt me. So let's keep an eye out on this. Remember, the Kansas City Chiefs went to Miami and just blasted them. 34-15. And then they hosted New England and just blasted them. So when they win, they win. Okay, so we gotta watch out for this. But I'm gonna pick the Chargers to win 26-23. We have the New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys. Call me Nostradamus, but I'm spelling an upset here. That's right. I'm picking the New York Football Giants to go to Dallas and beat the Dallas Cowboys. Now, why am I saying this? Well, the Cowboys are all the way up here right now. They beat Seattle. Oh, my God. They're going to the Super Bowl. Ah, jeez. And this is when they're going to take a little step back. They got to have one of these games because that's how they stay focused. Giants lost last week in Philadelphia. Now going on the road again. The Cowboys, they just don't play well at home. Their only loss this season is at home. Now they're hosting the New York Giants. The Giants are desperate for another win or they're going to be below 500. So I think the Giants say, hey, we're here to compete. And they upset the Cowboys 27-24 in a game that not a lot of people are expecting, but I am calling. We have the Arizona Cardinals at the Oakland Raiders. It's the Cardinals. The Raiders competed last week. Congratulations. That's it. Carson Palmer's back, and he's worse than ever. But he's good enough. He's good enough to go to Oakland to win. Although I love Derek Carr. This is a guy I had ranked second of all the quarterbacks in the 2014 NFL Draft. And I wanted my favorite team, the Tennessee Titans. I wanted my favorite team to take Derek Carr with the number 11 overall pick. I thought he was worth that. I think any quarterback, if you have faith in him relatively, is worth that. And I thought Derek Carr was worth that. And now he proved it. 4 touchdowns, 1 interception last week. The last interception coming with his last throw of the game. Which, by the way, how is he not the offensive rookie of the year? That is beyond, offensive rookie of the week. That is beyond me. He wasn't even nominated. He should have won the damn thing, and he wasn't even nominated. So that's ridiculous to me. But with all that said, he will get his touchdowns. He will only win, the Cardinals will only win 31-17. But Carr will continue to play well because the Cardinals secondary is overrated. We have the San Francisco 49ers at the Denver Broncos. This is a game that the Broncos are going to win. Why? Because they're already hyping up this Peyton Manning bullshit. These damn 509 touchdown BS. They're hyping the hell out of this. And it's just written in the storybooks for him to win this matchup. This is just a game that quarterbacks seem to win. On the brink of winning a record, getting a record, they win these games. So he's going to win the game 31-24, so it will be relatively close. But he wins the game. And lastly, we have the Houston Texans at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers have been a classic case of Dr. Jekyll and Hyde this season. Because, 1 week they'll look good and 1 week they'll look awful. They looked awful last week. The Texans showed us who they really are. They are who I thought they were. And they're not very good. So the Steelers won't let them off the hook. And they're gonna get the win 24-20. Why? Because the Steelers, to me, have a much better quarterback. And their defense is about the same. So, Steelers. And that's just it. Alright, there we go. James Carter TV. What are your predictions? Comment down below. I want to know, kinda. And with that said, until next time, I'm out.